Hello, and welcome to the IBM Cloud Developer Certification Section 5.5 Lab. In this lab, we'll be exploring the IBM Bluemix DevOps Services build and deploy feature to manage continuous integration and continuous deployment. Just as in Labs 5.3 and 5.4, begin by forking the provided project. Log into DevOps Services and point your browser to the URL provided in the lab document. Fork the project. In the pop-up dialog, enter a unique name for the new project, then check the box to make this a Bluemix project and select an appropriate Bluemix space. Wait a moment for the new project workspace to set up. Once the project is ready, click on the Edit Code button in the top right. We'll need to introduce a change into the project's code. Open the index.html file located in the public directory and alter the h1 header tag to something unique. Next, we'll configure the build and deploy pipeline. Switch to the pipeline overview by clicking on Build and Deploy in the top right. Then click on the Add Stage button. Name the stage Build Stage, then click on the Jobs tab. Then click Add a Job and select Build. Change the builder type to NPM, then scroll to the bottom and click Save. Back in the Pipeline All Stages overview, click on the Add Stage button again. Name this new stage Deploy Stage and note the options available for the stage. The default configuration will use the artifacts created from the build job in the build stage's input, and the deploy stage jobs will run on successful completion of the previous stage. Click on the Jobs tab now. Then click Add Job and select Deploy. The deploy stage will default to acceptable options, but take a moment to view the different settings that are available. The default settings are gathered from the configuration you entered when first forking the project. Accept the default settings and click on Save at the bottom. Observe that both stages are now configured in the pipeline. Next, we'll want to trigger this pipeline by pushing to the Git repository. Click the Edit Code button in the top right, then click on the Git button in the left column. Enter an informative commit message, check the box next to Select All, then click Commit. Note that the outgoing commit is now staged. Click on Push, then immediately click on Build and Deploy. Observe how the build stage is automatically started, and once complete, the deploy stage is automatically started. The deploy stage should fail. To determine why, click on the View Logs and History link. From the log, we can see that Cloud Foundry was not happy with the requested route. Return to the Web GUI code editor and open the manifest.yml file. Replace the host and name values with a unique name that will be used when creating the route and a URL to your application. Open the Git repository view and commit the changed manifest file. Just as before, push the staged outgoing commit, then switch back to the build and deploy view. Observe the build and deploy stage's execution again. During the deploy stage's execution, you can click on the View Logs and History link and scroll to the bottom of the log screen. Once the application has successfully been deployed to Bluemix, you will see a finished success message. Scroll up to the top of the page and click the Back to Pipeline button. Locate the last execution results section inside the deploy stage summary and note that the status of the Bluemix runtime is displayed, along with a hyperlink to open the application. Click on the link now. Next, we'll configure a test job and modify the pipeline to execute this job. Return to the DevOps Services Build and Deploy Pipeline Overview and click the Stage Configuration button on the build stage, then click Configure Stage. Click Add Job and select Test. Accept the default configuration for the test job. Note that the simple tester type allows one to execute a custom bash script. Our simple project does not have any testing framework to execute, but if it did, this would be the place to execute and evaluate those tests. Click the Save button at the bottom. Note that a new job is added to the build stage overview. Manually start the build stage by clicking the Play button at the top. Note that the build job executes, followed by the test job. If either of these jobs were to fail, the pipeline execution would stop and the deploy stage would not execute. This completes the IBM Cloud Developer Certification Section 5.5 lab. Thank you.